Greetings, LGSA community. Wow, we've really come a long way, haven't we? The last time we had a press conference, I was standing in front of a bunch of scripted NPCs, and now I've got real, actual human beings sitting in front of me. Marvelous. Anyways, let's go to the chase. Over the past few weeks, even after the recent reset, GTA Mzansi Online has accumulated a combined total of 8,573 accounts. I can't believe it. We all know that's not the amount of regular players there are. The source? Multiple accounts. Character creation, spamming. What you would do is you come into the server, you go in debt, and you just go and create a new account. You come into the server, you get jailed, you create a new account. You come into the server, you break a few rules, you get banned, you go create a new account. Your IP address gets banned, you go and log in on your mom's phone. Absolutely disgusting. Now, I have received a couple, and when I mean a couple, I mean a couple of emails from my host. And those weren't very light emails, those were very strict. Basically, my host thinks that I'm using bots because of the abnormal amount of accounts compared to the amount of regular players online. And twice now, they've threatened to terminate the server. And we all know I've put so much hard work into this, and this is something that we as a community have been looking forward to for a very long time now. And to have that taken away from us because of noobs, that's not going to be a really good thing now. Now, most of my community is based on the WhatsApp group, and I have been announcing everything that has been happening and that will be happening over there. But I also have to take into account the fact that most of my audience comes from YouTube, and not everyone has WhatsApp. Basically, what I'm trying to say is the main base of the community is going to switch now from WhatsApp to Discord. Now, that is just an effect of something that really pushed me to move towards Discord, and that is the character creation spamming. Because with GTA Mzansi Online, we will be moving towards a brand new system whereby you will not just be able to log into the IP address and create an account as you like. You will need to have a verified Discord account before having an account, and you will need to apply online in order to get accepted into the server. After your application gets submitted, it will be read by either me or one of my team members. And if you don't quite convince us enough yet, we might or might not interview you via phone call or via Discord. If you still don't convince us, then unfortunately your application will get rejected. Now, let me give you a quick rundown of how the Discord server is going to look like and how it's going to work. Now, if you look over here, you'll have the main interface, if I might say so. Over here, you have events. Now, this is out of character. You must know the server rules by now. And if you do not, then you just tap over here, tap on the link, and it will direct you to the server rules, where you'll read everything and you'll get to understand the basic terminology. Like I was saying, events are out of character. Obviously, there's no upcoming events yet because the server is being reset. Now, below events, you'll have announcement, and that explains itself basically. Below that's the server rules, which I've just talked about. And below that is a quick rundown of how to roleplay. So, if you do want to read a quick rundown of how to roleplay, just the basics, then this article is for you. Below that, you'll have the very important citizen application, which I just come from talking about. Just click on that link and that will redirect you to the page as well as the citizen application form. Below that, you have the Discord rules. Now, this is a Discord server, and as any other server, we'll need order. And in order for that order to be maintained, we will all have to follow a very strict code of conduct. Below that, you will have the in-character community. Now, for those of you who do watch 5M roleplay YouTubers, you will see that the 5M user interface is very advanced compared to the SAMP interface. Reason being, the San Andreas interface is very limited and all the features are hard-coded, so it's very difficult or impossible to change most of the things over there. And if you'll see 5M, you'll see stuff such as websites, Twitter, etc. And I realized that in order to encourage roleplay, it is very important to have such networks, but it isn't really possible within the game. That is why I've included this in-character category. Now, normally everything that happens on Discord is out of character, but with this category, this is the only exception. Everything that happens within this category will be in character. You'll post on Twitter as your character, you'll browse properties as your character, vehicles as your character, and you'll interact with the various news channels as your character. Below that, we'll have the out of character community, where you as the player can interact with other players. Over here is just a basic global chat, and below that is a designated area to post clips and highlights. Now, most of you guys don't really like doing those unstable 9-to-5 jobs, and a lot of you have been asking to join a few factions. And up till now, there hasn't really been an organized system whereby you can join factions. This solves that problem because over here you'll read the faction rules, and below that you'll have application forms for the various factions. Below that you'll have the voice channels, whereby the first one is where we'll have our press conferences, and the second one is strictly for the police radio. Now, that was just a quick rundown of how the Discord server will look like. Once the account reset happens, I do ask that we pause roleplay for 1 week. I do know most of you have returned to school now, so it won't be that difficult. I ask that we pause roleplay for 1 week just to allow everything to get back to normal in the server. Everyone will be reset, so I would like the police faction especially to be set up first, as well as the medic faction. So basically I just ask that once the reset does happen, we pause roleplay for 1 week, we set up everything, and then afterwards we will officially relaunch Kasi Vibes roleplay.